Hello, my name's Jon Sermon, and I've chosen to frequently record short videos throughout this period of the COVID pandemic for encouragement for people, and I really do hope and pray that something of what I say will encourage you as you listen. Because the reality is that we are going through a tougher situation in so many ways than most of us have ever experienced in our lifetime. And the threat of illness, even death, the risk of our health services being overwhelmed by numbers of cases, the hardship of isolation because of the precautions we have to take, the economic difficulties many of us face, the loss of employment and so on. There's many aspects to our circumstances that are particularly difficult. And we can't pretend otherwise. We have to acknowledge that reality. But alongside that, there are other realities that we can also discover and acknowledge. And in particular, that for all that this has taken the whole human race by surprise, in one sense, it can't have taken God by surprise. And that he loves us and wants to bring us through it is so clear in the Bible throughout, and also in personal experience, certainly people like me, people who simply know God, have a growing relationship with God through Jesus Christ, trust him, and realize that actually he is carrying us through. Now, you may assume that that's too easy for me to say. I'm supposed to say it in my position as a church minister. Maybe you'd be right that I haven't suffered like some of you have. But it is true that I've had an illness early in the time it started in March that may well have been COVID, but not particularly severe. Didn't go to hospital. There wasn't testing available then. So I don't know if it was or not. It's also true that during the period of the COVID, my father has died. Not with COVID, but has died anyway. And my wife's father has died. And our children are aware that they've lost both grandpas within this period and couldn't see them because of lockdown. And on top of that, it's now 3 years since my mum died. Now, all of this, it means I'm not immune to the sorts of circumstances that others have. But of course, we all experience our losses and our griefs differently. But what I want to encourage you with today, I was looking through part of the Bible, the prophet Isaiah in the Old Testament section. That's the first part of the Bible. And it's a section in chapter 43 from verse 18. So this is God speaking through a prophet to the people. At that time, the people of the nation of Israel. But the way the Bible works, it has a relevance to the people of the time and to all people in all times. And this couple of verses I was reading, forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Now, we may not always see the outcome. For example, we don't know yet if the vaccinations are going to be granted their license and available, and how soon, and how that will help us, when, if it will help us. And we may feel we're in that sort of wilderness or wasteland experience that imagery conjures up. And yet, that God says he's going to make a way in the wilderness and streams of water in the wilderness, in the wasteland. You know, that when our circumstances seem to be piling up as a wilderness experience, the loneliness that many of us have because of the precautions we're taking of hardly ever seeing family and friends, and maybe doing nearly everything on the computer rather than in person. And all of that is like a wilderness experience to us. But this reassurance is that God is prepared to carry us through it. And my personal experience is, if we trust Him, He absolutely does. Pray that you all will come to experience that reality too. God bless you.